Is someone screaming outside? People can think it's men on Twitter screaming at us. That's the sound of Twitter.
Sound effect, exactly. Personified.
You just morning, Twitter.
Actress and activist Jameela Jamil shares a thank you note with the founder of the Me Too movement, Tarana Burke, the activist who inspired her to face anything.
To meet you.
Oh, yeah.
Tarana, I'm sitting here on behalf of so many survivors to thank you for your tireless, lifelong efforts to combat the abuse of women and for spearheading a movement that would go on to change the world. Me Too was the first time that I felt less alone in all of the sexual trauma that I'd faced in my life. It was also the first time I learned from countless friends and colleagues of what they had suffered at the hands of abusers. You found a humane and simple way of hyper-normalizing women and men, addressing the sexual misconduct that they had faced. You destigmatized it for us to speak about. It has been astonishing to watch the sheer power of women mobilizing on social media and coming together as one. Thank you for dedicating your life to using your own personal trauma as a tool to help victims. Thank you for putting yourself in the firing line and standing by young women coming forward with stories about powerful men. Thank you for pulling no punches. It is an honor to be able to even communicate to you how much your work and your words mean to me. To watch you recycle your pain to help others is something I draw from every day. It has afforded people like me a new way of looking at our past as a weapon that empowers us to combat injustice. I owe you so much. We all do. With love and gratitude, Jameela.
Thank you. It's weird to have to sit still and listen to somebody offer gratitude. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's it's part of the reason why I speak. I survived several different types of sexual violence. Mm-hmm. And, you didn't talk about it. And I think particularly in communities of color, there is a culture of silence. I very clearly remember deciding not to tell my father when I was first physically abused. The person who molested me was right downstairs. I was 6 years old. I grew up hearing all the time, if somebody bothers you, I'll kill them. And so I remember freezing after he said, "Who bothered you?" And I said, "Nobody." And it wasn't because I was scared I was gonna get in trouble, mm-hmm. but I was scared that my father was gonna go to jail.
That's so interesting.
In my 6-year-old brain, I carried that whole burden. And I think there's so many children and there's so many adults who carry the remnants of that.
I was sexually abused as a child around the same age as you. Mm-hmm. I didn't tell anyone until I was 15. Mm-hmm. And when I finally came out and told someone in my family, the men of the family phoned me one by one and called me either a whore or a liar. So when it happened again, at 22, I didn't tell anyone for 8 years. And so I kind of got into this industry to leverage my activism because, I saw actresses being able to raise awareness about these things that were happening all over the world.
So you didn't want to be an actress, was that?
No, I didn't want to be an actress. I didn't want to be on television. I hate having my photograph taken. I have body dysmorphia. This is the most triggering industry in the world for that.
All of that.
But I really wanted to make change.
Yeah.
I think something that draws me to you as an activist is the fact that we share a desire to treat the cause and not the symptom.
It sounds like it's lofty and pie in the sky when I say we have to work to end sexual violence, because people are always like, well, that's not possible. But it is possible. Mm-hmm. The thing that makes it possible, though, is constant intervention. So we have to interrupt the notions that people have about it. We have to actually interrupt the violence when we see it, interrupt the systems that uphold the violence. Those things can happen in all kinds of different ways. Everybody can play a role in that.
I just wanted to ask you if all of this work that you've done, has it healed any of your pain?
There is healing in action. I often say, if I can just make sure one other child doesn't have to feel like I felt, even for a minute, that feels like an accomplishment to me. It also is motivating. It's the engine that kind of keeps me running.
I'm so happy that you're here.
I'm so happy I'm not here alone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.